Hi, Master Gardeners. I bet you've been thinking about digging up a few of your potatoes. You know, when they come into flower, that's the perfect time to be doing that, digging them and stealing them off the sides, eating those fresh new potatoes. But I'm at a Master Gardener's house, and there's an interesting, unique phenomena that's going on with her potato flowers. And it's unique because the potato has actually, the flower has pollinated and it's produced fruit. And in my house, none of them are doing that. I couldn't even find you any flowers because they're finished. But this is a perfectly grown container potato, nice deep container. They're watering it maybe twice a week. They got holes punched in the bottom and they planted their potatoes in here. It's nice and cool because it's been in partial shade, which is some of the characteristics needed for the potato to actually set some fruit. So here they are, 1, 2, 3, 4 potato fruits. What do they look like? I know what you think they look like. They look like a tomato. These are not tomatoes. These are potatoes. So let me cut them off. I want you to look at them. The only reason anybody would really want a potato fruit is if they were breeding potatoes. And they would want that stock when they're crossbreeding, and they would start new breeding potatoes from seeds. But you as a homeowner are always buying certified tomato tuber stock, and you're working from that material. You would never have a need for these. And actually, these are almost, I would almost say, a little dangerous to have in your yard, because there is a special little granddaughter that lives in this yard. You would never want that child confusing this with a tomato. So let's look inside. It looks like a tomato, but it's filled with seeds. Almost 500 different seeds are inside. So look, even inside, it resembles a tomato even inside. So, but these are potato seeds. And the reason potatoes are in that family Solanaceae, and they're filled with a glycoalkaloid, which is solanine, and it's not healthy to consume. It's really not bad for adults to consume, but for children it can be a little bit more toxic. You can find it in this handbook, AMA handbook, and it talks about the dangers of consuming solanine. And what happens is you get sometimes gastrointestinal problems and some diarrhea as an adult. So even dermatitis sometimes occurs. What's really interesting is that this is a poisonous plant, a family of plants. You know, your tomato, your pepper, and your eggplant, they're all related. And yet they're in a poisonous family. The question is, how can we eat them? But nonetheless, you can eat all these foods. One of the dangers is, though, you want to make sure your potato is not turning green. You can see, well, I'll lay them down here so you can look at them. These potatoes have started to turn green. Here's a normal potato, and it's just got a little green spot on the side. This is called sunburn. That's referred to as sunburn. This little baby one has got a lot of sunburn. This whole potato is turning green. When you're harvesting and eating this, you need to make sure you cut that off and you don't eat these green portions. So if you're cooking them, you want to remove that portion so that you don't have those gastrointestinal problems. But once you cut it away, the potato is totally edible. The word for this is sunburn. And when you start seeing this on the potatoes that are on the top of your plants, you would just mound more soil over the top of them. So anyway, pretty exciting to see potato fruit. So if your potatoes are doing this, you might discard them just so nobody mistakes them for tomatoes. But other than that, it's a harmless little fruit that's on your plants. So kind of something cool and exciting. Hope you find some on your potatoes, Master Gardeners.